Just so
Vietnam.
Vietnam. Vietnam.
Just so Vietnam.
In this episode of Just So Vietnam, let's discover a habit of many Vietnamese people, taking a nap after lunch. And later on, join our guest Brian Nathan in a journey to discover a unique coffee culture in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. And now, here comes our main host, Martin.
Hi everyone, how's it going today? My name is Martijn and this is Just So Vietnam. We're going to provide you with a lot of information and things you can do in Vietnam. At least as much as we can fit into 10 minutes. Now let's join my co-host Sam in the first segment, Just Ask.
Hi, I'm Sam for Just Ask. Hi, I'm Sam for Just Ask. Photos of Vietnamese people taking a midday snooze in random locations has become an internet sensation. Although other countries have the same cultural tradition, foreigners may still be surprised to see locals taking a nap pretty much anywhere during their lunch break. As Ngu Chua, or lunch sleep, takes place during the work-lunch break, in the office people often have a pillow, a cushion, a blanket, an eye mask. Some people even have a mattress. Outside, one of the most interesting things you can see is a tuk-tuk driver asleep in a hammock that they've put up in their vehicle. Now that's resourceful. Vietnam has been an agricultural country for thousands of years. As a farmer, it's a good idea to avoid the hot, tropical sun at noon. Nowadays, it's the same thing. It's a good idea to have an afternoon nap after a big lunch and avoid the hottest part of the day, and at the same time, refresh and regain energy for the afternoon's work. I hope you learned a little more about Ngu Chua. What about you? Do you like having an afternoon nap? Or is it something that you can't get used to? Log on to Facebook or YouTube and let us know your thoughts. Now back to Martijn. As for me, I'm going to finish having a nap.
Saigon has a really unique coffee scene. We're about to explore a cafe that's not just a normal cafe. They sell coffee, they sell food, and they also sell something really, really special. Come in and find out what that is. Chị ơi, cho tôi một cà phê soda. So, we actually use these little things here to pay for the coffee. You give the person over there money, they give you this little coupon, and we exchange that for the coffee.
Good.
Located in an alley on No Cheng Long Street, Bin Tan District, Cafe Cao Ming is the venue for the Cho Bei Chai, an antique market with a destination for antique enthusiasts in Saigon every Sunday. Saigoners young and old are turning up to purchase old school items from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Many people visit this market to see objects that connect with their past.
Tất cả những cái gì chung quanh Bác thì nhiều kỷ niệm lắm. Người ta hay quyến luyến với những cái đồ đạc ngày xưa. Chứ còn bây giờ đồ mới thì đầy rẫy, mua cái gì chả được.
Sometimes this is also an interesting way to find out more about history.
I was really interested about the whole picture in this market because my grandmother and my mother, who are Vietnamese, I can imagine the life they had when they were in Vietnam. It's like this picture.
It's really cool. All of these photos are old and they're about 30 to 50 years old. These photos are really cool. They give you a glimpse of what life was like 30 to even 50 years ago. You can see in this photo right here, it's like it's a party. Looks like a social gathering or maybe even a wedding in Saigon. And even this one right here, it shows traditional Vietnamese women in the dress, which is called a áo dài. Wow. This is a photo from 1953, and it shows a man selling newspapers there. Really, really cool. And you can even see like the newspaper there, it says Yeast Weit. Yeast Weit. Sounds German. I don't know. Bao nhiêu tiền?
Này 100.000 Việt Nam.
100. Oh.
Yes.
50.000?
Ồ, 50.000 à? Rồi thế bán luôn. Bán để làm quen. Yes.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Haha, score.
Oh.
Okay, come on.
The cafe combined with the market has been running on and off for around 9 years now, most recently reopening in 2012. Here, visitors can enjoy their coffee while going around and choosing their favorite items. Items on sale here must have clear origins. Buyers and sellers are happy to barter with each other for a fair price. With the name Cho Vei Chai, founders of this market aim to create a space for exchanging antiques, knowledge, and sharing common interests, rather than a place for buying and selling. The coffee menu here is not so diverse, but this market is still something worth visiting for anyone who wants a combination of iced milk coffee and antiques.
The Vietnamese hospitality is unrivaled, and it's definitely something you should experience once in your life. So in this episode's Just Go, we're going to provide you with some information to get the most joy out of your stay in Vietnam. The first thing you want to know is that Vietnam is a lot bigger than you think. To give you an idea, a train ride between Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City is more than 1,700 kilometers long and takes roughly 35 hours. So don't ever underestimate the size of the country, as getting from A to B often takes longer than you expect. So plan accordingly and make sure you know the efficient ways to travel around Vietnam. I can guarantee you that the weather in Vietnam varies a lot. The country can get quite extreme. When it's hot in summer, it can get really, really, really hot. And when it's raining, sometimes oceans are pouring from the sky. In Ho Chi Minh City, between the months of May and October, you should be prepared for both sweltering temperatures and soaking wet shoes. However, as a trade-off, you'll be treated to frequent impressive lightning shows. Unlike Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi has 4 seasons with very hot and sticky summers and bitterly cold and humid winters. You'll need more than your linen beach clothes to keep you warm if you travel north. The Vietnamese people are very friendly, welcoming and hospitable towards travelers, and that makes Vietnam a great travel destination in Southeast Asia. They're also very respectful, and they would like the same back from you. So keep in mind that you should show respect to cultures and religious beliefs that you can find here. And this does not just apply to Vietnam, but anywhere in the world. Pagodas and temples can pledge a solid set of tourist activities, but make sure to cover your shoulders and knees. Some locations will have loose ropes that you can rent and don during your visit. And that's it. Some things I'm sure can make your stay in Vietnam worth remembering. So, did we convince you to go to Vietnam? Awesome, just go! But if you're still not convinced, be sure to check out our other episodes, because I'm sure that we can change your mind like Vietnam has changed mine. Now, if you like our program, like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep receiving information about Vietnam. My name is Martijn and this was Just So Vietnam.